What's up, fam? Welcome to this video. Welcome to this little talk. Today we're going to talk about how to lose belly fat, how to tighten up around the midsection, the truth about losing belly fat.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Good morning, fam. It is Wednesday, July 12th. So I figured today, I haven't done one in a little bit, maybe a few weeks, a full day of eating. Let me fix this guy here. Y'all know I have a problem. I'm gonna go get my hair cut soon, and I'm gonna ask her, like, what can I do to get rid of this? Like, should I cut more hair? I don't know. Anyway, that's besides the point. So, full day of eating on this new, like, back to the basics, kind of, like, really being a little stricter with my plan. I'm gonna show you what I'm eating. It's basically the same foods, maybe organized a little bit different. I haven't been eating shredded lettuce, just trying something different. And yeah, I'll take you through that. So I just finished up cardio, showered, and now I'm about to eat breakfast, and I'll show you what that is about. All right, so mainly this topic came up because whenever I get a new client or I have someone sign up with me, it seems that the reoccurring theme and question is, how do I lose my belly fat? That's their goal. They want to target belly fat. That's what they want to get rid of. And being that we're females, that's one of the areas, this whole area, including the butt and legs, is one of the areas that we hold on to fat the most. So that really sucks. I mean, I'm just gonna put it out there. It really sucks. Like, sometimes I want to slap Ashton in the face because he's like eating burgers and shit, and I'm like I'm smelling it, so now I'm getting fatter, you know? Like, it doesn't make sense. Guys are blessed. That is all. Anyway, on Nature's Own honey wheat. This is my favorite slice of bread. 40 calories, about 9.5 grams carbs, 0 fat, and 5 protein. I'm also having my egg white oats. I had kind of stopped making the egg white oats and I was eating them separately. I think I got bored and like wanted to change it up. Oh my God, I sneezed. So I went back to the basics. I'm doing it again, and I've been prepping them beforehand, which is what I always do. You saw that in my last video. And I mean, I'm like a cold cereal kind of person. Like, that's if I had to pick like what I could eat for like every meal, if there's one thing that I had to eat for the rest of my life, I couldn't eat anything else, it would be cereal with like milk, like almond milk or cashew milk or something. Like, I just love cereal. So eating my egg white oats cold like this kind of like gives me that feeling. Plus it's summertime, so it's like 100 degrees outside. I don't like eating it hot. And I'll show you guys what it looks like. In the last video, I showed you that I made these hot, then I put the coconut oil on top and I put it in the fridge. So now it's like really hard on top because the coconut oil is kind of crusted, and that's all cinnamon, and it's like encrusted into the coconut oil. It is like life. This is life. So how to lose belly fat. I'm here to tell you that you cannot target belly fat. I'm really sorry. Don't thumbs down the video, thumbs up the video, because I'm gonna tell you the truth. You cannot target fat loss. It is impossible. If you see supplement companies, workout programs that say that they're gonna target belly fat, they're gonna target your lower butt or whatever, you cannot target fat loss to any particular portion of your body. It's an all over effect, okay? So there are ways that you can help reduce belly inflammation, you know, bloating and water retention and stuff. But as far as losing fat, it's gonna come down to your diet and having a balanced nutrition plan and exercise routine to go along with it, okay? All right, so full day of eating, so I'm also gonna kind of show you guys like what supplements and stuff I take during the day. So I started my morning off this morning when I did fasted cardio with a scoop of the best shredded BCAAs. And I use these because it kind of primes your body for fat burning. It's perfect for fasted cardio. It doesn't give you energy, so there's no stimulant. So if you're like sensitive to caffeine and stuff, this is a really awesome product to get. BCAAs and aminos, like those are my supplements. If I only could use one supplement in the whole world, it would be BCAAs. Y'all already know that. Tons of flavor options, they're all good. I'm like a fruit punch and orange. Those are my top 2 favorite flavors of everything. So I always get fruit punch. basically all the supplements that I take in the morning. If I'm on prep, I will usually take like a fat burner, and I miss those feels with the fat burner. But if you've ever taken a fat burner and like the first like week you take it, you feel absolutely fantastic, like the birds are singing and life is just wonderful. Those feelings I want to save for like when I'm really low on energy, when I'm prepping. So I use this downtime to kind of cycle off those stimulating fat burners, so that when I go back on prep or like extreme dieting, and I need that energy, then those pills like save my life. So I'm not taking a fat burner right now. Very first point, when it comes to belly fat, when it comes to finding your abs, losing it right there, diet is 100% all of it. If your diet is not on point, if it's even slipping just a little bit, you're going to notice a difference. Diet is 100%. Let me tell you that when I prep for a show, my diet doesn't really change much. What changes is the little extra nibbles, the little extra bad things that I do on the weekends. That's what changes. My diet stays the same. It's about keeping that in check, okay? It sucks, I know. And it's not about starving yourself or eating less. So as far as diet goes, you want a balanced, nutrient-dense diet. You want to eat whole foods, lean proteins. Doesn't have to be meat. You can be a vegetarian, it's no big deal. You don't have to go low carb. You don't have to go low fat. It's about eating whole, balanced foods and not pigging out all the time, not eating processed, microwavable dinners, fast food, that sort of thing. In addition to food, water is also important. Do you get in your daily water intake? I get in like a good chunk of change first thing in the morning, so I'll have like 50 ounces, 40 to 50 ounces of water during my cardio, like I usually do steady state cardio, and that's with the BCAAs. And then post cardio, I always fill up one of these shakers, and I've been using the Sweet Leaf water drops. I really like these. My grocery store actually started carrying them. This is the mango, I think peach mango. But I got them like initially from Amazon, so you can get them on Amazon too. So I find that some people like, they'll go through the whole day and then realize that they still have like 3/4 of a gallon to drink at like 4 o'clock. Start early. If you start early, you can get your water intake in, guaranteed. So I got my egg white oats here. I'm gonna eat that, top it with a little bit of Walden Farms maple walnut syrup, and then my toast, which I put some 0-calorie butter spray and some cinnamon on top, and that's life. Water intake is huge. Drink 3 liters of water a day, minimum. I drink 1.5 gallons, no problem, no big deal. It'll flush out those toxins. It'll keep you from retaining water. Your body needs water. If you're not giving it enough water, then any water that you do take in, it's immediately gonna hoard, and it's gonna hoard it right here in the belly area, okay? So start drinking your water. Now, it is now 10 a.m., time for my next meal. I've literally been on the computer like all morning. I got so much stuff done. It's absolutely just so amazing. I love it when I can get client plans out, emails, and just get everything done. And now it's 10 a.m. and I think I'm ready to move. Like, I don't like to sit for too long. So next meal is going to be, this is not Icon Meals ground beef. It's extra lean ground beef that I made myself. I'm just reusing one of my Icon Meals containers because, yeah, that's the right thing to do. Then asparagus that I cooked myself, and I showed you guys in my last video how I did that, so make sure and check it out if you didn't see that. And then, usually I will eat these together, but today I decided that I'm gonna have my sweet potatoes like dessert. So I topped them with cinnamon and then put some Walden Farms syrup on them, so that'll be like my dessert. So yeah, this is 3.5 ounces of beef, a handful of asparagus, I didn't track it, topped with sugar-free ketchup, I didn't track it, I just kind of guesstimate, and about 3 ounces of sweet potatoes. So that's my next meal. And I'm also chowing down on a vitamin water. Waist trainer. Will a waist trainer give you abs? I'm here to tell you that no, it will not give you abs. So yes, it does help you tighten up your skin and tighten up the core, kind of makes you, your body like it kind of has like a fat burning thermogenic effect in that you kind of run at a hotter temperature, but it's basically because you're having to hold your posture up, and it's kind of keeping you warmer, if that makes sense. So it's not like, this is not a magical tool. This is something that does make a little bit of a difference, but not if you have fat to lose, okay? So if your diet isn't on point, you can't fix it by wearing a waist trainer. I've tried, trust me, I know. All right, so I'm now headed to the office for a bit. I've got all of my, I'm only bringing one meal because I won't be there long. Probably my pre-workout meal. This is some mustard that I have to take to the office. Shaker for the gym, all in my FitMark bag, and I need to bring a Monster. So I'm off to go do life things now. I'll catch you guys at the next meal. How about that? Okay, so you want to avoid processed foods as much as possible. Processed foods contain chemicals. And yes, eating them here and there, there's absolutely no problem with that. But if your diet is 100% all processed, you're going to see a difference. That will make a huge difference, especially for females. The chemicals in there can cause our hormones to just completely go out of whack and cause us to hold on to more fat. Avoid things that say sugar-free, fat-free on them. Those are just, no, those are processed. The reason they don't have sugar or fat is because they're processed. So I know that like when you're dieting, you see that and that's like where you want to go. No, they had to do something to make it that way. Instead, choose the whole food option, okay? Now, balance is key here, guys. I eat processed foods too. It's not like I just completely eliminate them from my diet, but they're not my 9 to 5 every single day meal kind of thing, if that makes sense.
$1 bear out there.
Kind of forgot doing a full day of eating.
12 passengers or a 15?
Meal 3, turkey, rice, and broccoli that was here that I already ate, and mustard. Lots of mustard. Avoid fast foods again. Now, the fast food right there, yes, sure, you can find healthy alternatives when you need to do it, but just know that no matter what kind of fast food you're going to, they had to do something to store that, to preserve it longer, and that right there contains chemicals, artificial ingredients. Those preservatives alone will make a huge difference in your digestion, in your gut, and the way you feel, okay? Time for meal 4. Post-workout is jasmine rice, grilled chicken from Icon Meals, and mustard. Ew, that was a close-up.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm a loner, not a loner, but I love my space, so I get it.
Artificial sweeteners. This is really big, and I'm a big culprit of this. It's so hard for me to, because you want sugar-free everything. You don't want to take in those calories and the fat from that. So you go with the sugar-free options, the stuff with the artificial sweeteners. Splenda in quantities, having a few packets of stevia or Splenda a day is no big deal, like totally fine. But when you're having like 10 to 15 packets, and here's the thing, is that it's not just about the little packets you're putting in your oatmeal or in your coffee. You're also drinking aminos, you're drinking, Crystal Light, Powerade Zero. All of these things have sucralose in them. So when you add it all up, you're actually taking in so much of it. Now, as a day-to-day person, I do have it on a very regular basis. I find that sometimes whenever I go overboard, I experience a lot more bloating and I kind of start to lose my abs. And as soon as I cut it back a little bit and I bring it in, it all goes away. It's really just fascinating how once you actually delete it from your diet, you realize how much of a difference it can make. Let's go see what we can see here. Sunbathing. Caught in action. I don't know why they like to do that. It's like 100 degrees outside. It's so weird. Stress and hormones, okay? These play such a huge role, especially for females. Our hormones are so sensitive. They're sensitive to the foods we eat. They're sensitive to the way that we feel, our emotions. Everything plays a role. If you're going through a lot of stress, your job, your personal life, whatever it may be, that will play a role into it. You may want to try to practice meditation, practice journaling, like set out a specific time for you to just like vibe out and just think about something else. When I go to the gym, that's my stress-free zone. That's like, I'm not answering texts, phone calls, like Stop it. It's my 1 hour to say goodbye. Ashton goes to the gym and he's like doing stuff on his phone the whole time. I'm like, no, that's my time. Like, if not, I will go absolutely mental. Like, I will go mental. So have that time, create that time. If you're experiencing stress, practice things to help alleviate and bring you back down. It'll make a difference. Along with stress and hormones, making sure you're getting enough sleep and rest. If you're not resting, your body's not recovering, you're holding on to all of this water, all of these toxins, it's just gonna cause you to retain more water. It's gonna cause you to hold on to fat. Stress leads to fat gains. Like, it just does. The cortisol, raised cortisol levels, all that has to do with not getting enough rest, being stressed out. So just make sure you're getting a full night's rest. Make sure you have 1 full rest day off from the gym. Do not overdo the cardio. That can also be a cause of fat storage. So don't cardio your life away, okay? On to another meal, guys. Like the last one I was still like super starving, but you're gonna notice that I'm not eating 6 meals, I'm actually eating 7, which I like because it's spread further out through the day so I can eat more. I get really hungry all the time, and I don't really like to eat a huge meal all at once, because then I feel really full and stuffed. But I wake up so early at like 4, and I have to eat breakfast at like 6:30, because if not, I feel like I'm gonna pass out. So I just kind of like broke my proteins up a little bit smaller, and then created like an extra meal with this. This is basically the extra meal. So this meal, I normally don't eat, I'm trying not to eat as much lettuce or greens as I was before. But I'm really hungry, so I added some just regular lettuce. There's some chopped up asparagus in there and grilled chicken. And then I use the Dijon mustard for dressing. And we've got a Coke Zero, caffeine-free Coke Zero here. So just got these in the mail. This is totally not a promo thing. When I was in South Carolina doing one of those Fit and Delish booth things at one of the NPC shows, I ran into the people, I think her name was Diana, and her husband, who actually make this from scratch. Well, they have like a whole formula and stuff, and they now sell at Central Market and Whole Foods in their area, but it hasn't made their way down here. Anyway, these sauces are like sweetened with stevia. There's no artificial ingredients. It's like all organic, and the macros on this, like 2 tablespoons is 10 calories, 2 carbs, which is from erythritol, 0 fat, and 0 sugar. This is where it's at. So I got these are great for like salads, they're great for marinades, and you'll see tonight I'm gonna use them in my zucchini noodles. These are my favorite flavors. The spicy soppin sauce, which is like a spicy barbecue sauce. It's really, really good. This is Ashton's favorite too. So I got 2 of those. 7 herb Italian is great for dressing, great for marinade, really good. Asian ginger, it's a little high in sodium for my taste, but it's so freaking good. So I just got 1, and I try to kind of limit my sodium a little bit. But this one's a little bit lower. This one's really high in sodium. So just a little bit here and there. But really, really, really good. Highly recommend. Alcohol. That's our next topic, okay? I can count the glasses of wine I've had this year. And I'm not saying that you have to be like me, but quite frankly, I don't really want to drink anymore. Like, it just, every so often I have a glass of wine, and that's like if I drink, that's the only thing I'll have. I don't drink hard liquor at all whatsoever. I will not have a beer. So if I drink, it's going to be wine. And there's 2 times that I've had wine, and it's both times that I've been to Vegas this year. Other than that, I haven't had it, just because I haven't felt like it. I was on prep, and quite frankly, like, it doesn't, you know, really doesn't make me feel that great. I get a headache, I feel bloated, dehydrated afterwards. So if you're drinking alcohol, you're going to get dehydrated. It dehydrates you, and you're going to retain water because of it. Now, alcohol also has 0 nutritional value. So all of that you're drinking is just getting stored as fat. Your body has nothing else, it can't do anything else with it. It can't break it down to use as fuel, so it just gets stored as fat. If you're gonna drink, try to find low-calorie options. Try to count your drinks, limit your drinks, and set like a weekly goal for how many drinks. All right, guys, so for dinner, I've basically been doing the same thing for a while, and I'm gonna continue doing it because I kind of like it. It's like really low carb, and it's really great. Probably gonna keep doing it until I get tired of it. It's just like really good volume, and really low carb. Yeah, I know. Plus I kind of tricked myself into thinking that I'm eating like pasta. I basically eat one of these entire containers. Yeah, one entire container for dinner. Is that a lot? I don't know. It's 4 servings. It's about 4 servings. So 30, it's like 50 calories for this whole thing. Like, this whole thing. And how many carbs is that? Like 10 grams of carbs. A lot of fiber. So I'm gonna cook this, season it up, and then add some of this guy in it. It takes like 5 minutes. So easy. So that is what that looks like. Topped off with extra lean ground turkey. I actually added the sauce after I cooked it, just so that it wouldn't cook away. And that is dinner. And some iced tea. Last meal of the day, I'm going to take Nightburn, which I take usually like 30 to 45 minutes before I head to bed, and it's like 8:30 now. Last meal is going to be 1 scoop ISO HD in the peanut butter candy bar flavor, cup of unsweetened cashew milk, and lots of ice. I like this way because it is 35 grams of powder. That's a lot. Like most servings are 28 grams, so this is 35 grams. That's like a good chunk of change, which makes for an extra creamy protein shake. And it's a protein isolate, so it's good for like if you lactose sensitivities and stuff like me. So, yas. Look at how thick this is. I mean, that's like protein ice cream. Yeah, that's it. Full day of eating complete. Like the most important point, and that is consistency. Are you being consistent? I talk about this all the time, especially in my prep vlogs. It's all about consistency. You know, sometimes I try to show you guys like new things, but it's so hard because everything I do is always the same. Like, that's what it is. It's consistent. You have to be consistent. I have been consistent for almost 5 years now. Have you? Have you really been? You can't get those results if you're not consistent. Another point with consistency, the weekends. This is my biggest struggle too. When I'm not in prep, the weekends aren't exactly 110%. We're not, you know, those days off where you're not at your 9-to-5 job, you don't have your schedule in place, you know, you tend to just kind of like wing it a little bit. And you might think, oh yeah, I'm being totally consistent, you know, like I'm totally doing it. And then you're probably in denial about like what you're actually doing on the weekends. Like, really be honest with yourself and tell yourself, are you being super consistent on the weekends? Chances are you're not, you know. Whenever I start prep, that's the one thing that I really have to change. That's the hardest thing for me, and it makes the biggest difference. Being more consistent on the weekends. Anyway, this video is super long. I didn't want it to be that long, but those are just my tips and tricks on how to lose belly fat, how to get your abs, how to manage that. I know it's like, it's one of the toughest things for us women to deal with. I deal with it all the time. You know, when I come off prep, that's like the first thing. My butt and my freaking belly is like, where are my abs? I like did all that work for nothing, and yeah, so I'm with you. It's a struggle, but hopefully those tips help you out. thumbs up if you guys enjoyed this talk, and I will catch you guys either in the next video or the next clip. I don't know. Don't forget to subscribe. I don't know why I'm dancing like this. Bye.